Oh, here's your Backstage pass.
Right, quiet on the set.
Action!
Welcome to Sedona's Backstage Pass with Chandra, presented by Chef Lisa Dahl. This is your inside look into culture, curators, and creative artists. And now, your host, Chandra.
Welcome, my VIPs. You've got your Backstage Pass, and you are in. Get ready, like I always say every week, get ready for some behind-the-scenes stories that you'd never know about unless you tuned in here at Sedona's Backstage Pass. Remember, you can always find me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio and Pandora Radio, and more. Now, I've got some wonderful guests coming on the show today. As always, they're all terrific. Before we get to those interviews, I want to tell you a little bit about a few people. Few people are doing some great things. First of all, Tommy Acosta over at Sedona.biz. He's the owner and publisher of Sedona.biz, and he does a great job. If you want to truly tap into the heartbeat of what's happening here in Sedona and the Verde Valley, read some extremely interesting articles, check out business spotlights, and even the great calendar of events that are going on. Your one essential online destination to find all that out is Sedona.biz, because it is your ultimate digital hub and comprehensive business directory for everything happening right here in the Red Rocks. Whether you're a local entrepreneur looking to connect, or a resident searching for trusted regional resources, or maybe you're just a tourist who would like to know what's going on here, just stay plugged into the pulse of our community by visiting Sedona.biz. Also, I want to talk about the Sedona International Film Festival. They are continuing their Movies on the Move series. That's what they call it, Movies on the Move. And may I just suggest something? Become a member, and it's the best way to support their mission while also unlocking great discounts on the incredible lineup of independent films, thought-provoking documentaries, and special screenings. They have an opera series, and also Sedona International Film Festival is the go-to destination for live professional theater, hilarious comedy nights, live concerts and music events like the In the Living Room music series, and more. And you could find out what's going on by visiting SedonaFilmFestival.com. They have all the information right there, and you can purchase tickets online. Remember, SedonaFilmFestival.com. And one more group I want to mention, and that's Verve Events and Tents. I happen to know these people, these owners, and they're incredible. They are so incredibly detailed at everything they do. All right, if you are getting ready to get married, you're listening to this, or you've got friends that are coming into town to get married, or maybe you're planning a holiday party, these are the people that you want to contact. Verve Events Intense will make sure that every detail is absolutely perfect. Plus, you can rent a tent. You can rent cutlery and glasses and plates and tablecloths and dance floors and all kinds of things that you can get over there at Verve Events and Tents, and they will make your event unforgettable in the best way. So whether you're designing your dream Red Rock wedding or hosting a seasonal celebration, let Verve bring your gathering to life. Sitting in my studio right now is somebody that I adore, who I wasn't expecting would be here at this moment. But the timing was perfect. I called Debbie Johnson, the owner of Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash, and said, "Hey, Debbie, I got to get some more interviews with you because, you know, you're a sponsor and you're on every month." And then she said to me, "I'm right down the street." I went, "What?" So here you are. Thank you, Debbie, for being here. This is like perfect timing.
Thank you for having me. It's great. It's always a good time.
It's always fun, isn't it?
Yes.
I love it when you're here. All right. What's going on at the car wash? Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash in West Sedona. And let me tell you, those folks that are working for you, they know what they're doing. They do.
They really do. They're all wonderful. They're well trained. Some of them have even been to car wash college. I've sent 3 of them through the car wash college.
Is there such a thing? I don't even know this.
There is such a thing in Phoenix, yes. And I have 3 employees who have attended. And hopefully I will be sending more. But I have the most fabulous crew. And
you do. They're lovely people.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. They do a great job with detailing, which is something that car washes normally do not offer. And so that's always fun. So tell us about the Car Wash College. Never heard of such a thing.
Well, it's in Phoenix, and they have a series of classes, and they can teach you anything from, you want to know about car washes, so you're thinking about buying one, they can teach you that. We have classes. Or you want to learn about the perfect way to sell or the perfect way to clean, or, everything about all the equipment that runs the car wash, all the equipment in the tunnel, so that it goes through a series of a lot of classes that you can pick to attend it. They're all week-long classes in Phoenix, so you can only send one at a time, because then the car wash doesn't have anybody to clean the cars.
That's right. I forget about that. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they always come back excited. They have their little notebooks, and they're all excited, and they learn a lot, and they teach each other. So
amazing.
It's good. It's wonderful.
I have a question for you. Is it a dangerous business?
People don't realize that, but a car wash, especially like ours, is a very dangerous place. It's all computerized, of course, and like some car washes are like $500,000-$600,000. Ours is like $2 million.
Whoa!
The equipment is very, very high tech and can be very dangerous. Even our vacuums, we have a huge central vacuum unit, and it's extraordinarily powerful. So we have to watch our customers who use the vacuums.
Oh, boy.
and our employees are all trained to understand if they have long hair, they must put it up. They cannot have long hair around those vacuums, because the vacuums are so strong, it can pull your hair out. It can lift your scalp.
Oh, my gosh.
They're very, very strong. And I tell people, watch your dentures and watch your hair.
Watch your dentures. Oh, my God. I don't know. This is getting a little wild now. Okay, seriously.
Yeah.
So, have you ever seen, God forbid, anything like this happen?
I've seen people get their hair too close to the vacuum and start sucking it up, and I immediately go over and grab things. And my whole crew knows to do that. Keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes open at all times. Don't walk in a blind. Anybody who works in the tunnel or the equipment room, it's very dangerous. The tunnel is so dangerous that there's a big conveyor belt in there. There's a big pit. When we clean the cars, the dirt and stuff goes into the pit, but also in the pit is a huge conveyor system that pulls the car through the tunnel. And then we have all these gigantic, beautiful brushes, and they're all neoprene. And the neoprene is like scuba suits. They cannot absorb water, dirt, grime. They're fabulous. However, if they were to accidentally grab you, you would probably die.
Wow.
They could hurt you so bad. And
now, this is we're talking about people that work at the car wash.
Right.
Not people that are coming, because they're being protected.
Customers are not allowed to be in there, no. And if customer stops their car in there, man, my team's on it. They stop all the equipment immediately, run over and prevent them from trying to exit the car, because that's where the big conveyor belt is. You can lose a leg, an arm. I mean,
oh my gosh.
It's a very dangerous
So this
place.
is when the big joke was keep your arms and legs in the vehicle at all times, right?
Yes.
You hear about that in rides.
Yeah.
And this is the real deal.
Yeah, this is a very real deal.
Whoa.
It's mostly dangerous for my employees, because they're the ones who are in it. But you got to watch for customers. I mean, we had a little Asian lady one day, came into the car wash, didn't stop, went around, drove through the tunnel.
No. She just drives through?
She just drove
How
through.
does she do that with her tires?
Going very fast.
Oh, wait a second now. You have these little grooves that your tires are supposed to go into, correct?
But you don't, you can drive out of them. You can drive through them. But nobody does, except this one little lady.
Was it on?
Well, it was on, but it wasn't running a car through at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But,
wow,
and
what a
she just
sight.
went through. She was excited, and she was a big grin on her face, and drove out and just kept on going. We never saw her again.
Oh my gosh!
So
she didn't stop for a
no,
car wash.
she didn't.
She just drove through.
She just drove through.
Unbelievable.
So crazy things happen at the car wash.
That is weird.
It is so fun. It's sometimes the things that you see make you crack up.
You got to give us another story about how crazy it can be, because now this dangerous thing for the employees, that is a mind blower. I would never think.
Well, the chemicals we use are very, very dangerous. And we use very good, high top class chemicals, and we use them in the right concentration to be very good. They're not diluted too much.
I see.
And so they can be very dangerous also. But you never know what's going to happen. Like sometimes we'll have a hydraulic break, which happens, and the hydraulic fluid goes on the cars, goes on the brushes, everything. We have to take the cars out. We have to hand wash them with special chemicals to get the hydraulic fluid off of the cars.
Whoa.
We have to shut down the tunnel. We have to take our brushes down and hand wash our brushes because anything on those brushes will get on cars. So it's a, maybe sometimes over 2 days that we have to stay closed and clean everything up.
Not fun. I would never know this. Without you telling, this is what the show is about, you guys listening and gals. It's like, these are the stories behind the scenes, as I say, every single week that you don't hear about. And it's outrageous. I would never know this.
No, you wouldn't. You really wouldn't.
You are literally, all of you are like the trapeze artists, but you look like it's so easy peasy. I was thinking the other day, don't know why, I was just thinking, what would it be like? I don't even know. Is the water hot?
No, it's not hot.
Okay, so I've always wondered, right? Because it is really daunting looking. You go in, if you ride through, it's like all the brushes are coming and the things are dropping on the car and all the, the stuff, the liquid, the detergent, all of it. And I've thought to myself, on a hot day,
right,
would it be like safe? What could possibly go wrong? You go in and you have a couple of brushes that on you, and
it could be really dangerous.
Dreadful.
It would hurt.
Because now I know.
You might not survive it. Although back in the 60s, you weren't old enough to remember this, but there was a model named Twiggy.
Oh, I remember Twiggy.
Okay.
Gosh,
Twiggy did a commercial for a car wash.
Oh.
And she rode through the car wash in a convertible.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And, of course, she got completely drenched.
Yeah, but they didn't have the brushes running.
Oh, they didn't.
Just the water running, right?
Oh, my God.
Got soaking wet. The car got soaking wet. She always had that real heavy eye makeup on.
Yes.
And it's running down her face and she's laughing. And it was a great commercial.
I love it. Oh, I bet they got a lot of business from that.
It got a lot of play.
I will bet it did.
Got a lot of play.
Oh, that is so funny. Were they promoting a car wash?
Yeah, they were promoting a car wash.
That's brilliant. I love it. So, okay, so you could never do that.
No.
That's a
given. We would
like,
never do that. No.
Out. Okay.
No, that's too dangerous.
All
Way
right.
too dangerous.
So what crazy things have happened? You had the woman that came, the Asian gal that came in, drove right through.
Right.
Didn't stop for the car wash, just drove right in. What else?
Well, we've had people try to get out of their cars, decide that they didn't want to do it in the car, and
the
try
car.
to get out. And we said, you can't. You're in it now.
You're trapped. You're on the...
You got to go all the way through. Sorry. That's just the way it is.
Do you remember?
We have people who come in and they want their entire car cleaned on the inside. Now, this is interesting because, like our biggest clean, we vacuum the entire car. We clean all the glass in the car. We clean all the dashboard, the center console, the instrument panel. We clean the door panels, the door pockets, the door steps, the steering wheel, the steering column, all the jams, the gate jams. We literally clean everything and we condition it all, right?
Wow, love it.
Now, we always have some cars waiting because there's only so many cars you can clean at a time when you're doing big jobs like that.
Oh, yeah.
So when we're doing those jobs, and some people come in and, they have 3 dogs and 2 teenagers, and they cleaned their car last 2 years ago. And it's like, okay, we can do this. and they say, how long is it going to take? And we say, well, it's going to take about an hour and a half. And they say, what? Are you kidding me? I just want a car wash. No, you don't want a car wash. You want a car wash, and you want a big car clean.
That's right. There's a difference.
And
there's a huge difference.
Huge. And they don't realize people spend as much time in their car and eat as much in their car as they do in their home.
Crazy,
isn't
it?
How often do they clean the inside of their home?
I know, right? It's kind of scary when you think about it, if it took you that long to get your car washed.
Right.
But, I think people think of car wash sometimes. Some people think of car wash as like something extra.
Yes.
It's not something that I would do every other week or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Or every 4 days. Some people, they're like in there.
And then other people with our unlimited plan, of course.
Yes, they can come in
pay a monthly
anytime.
fee, and we do have some customers come in every week.
Every week?
Yes.
Well, I kind of get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's paid for. You know.
Yeah, you paid for it.
If you
Go
wash
in
your
there.
if you wash your car 1.5 times, your unlimited plan has paid for itself already.
That's awesome.
If
Love
you
it.
wash your car twice in a month, you've already saved money.
That's good.
So some people take advantage of that, and they'll come in every week. And it's great. We see
love
them,
it.
and we get to know them really well. Hi, Harry. How's the kids? Yeah, and your dog. Dog doing well. You went to the vet last week. How's she doing?
Exactly. Get to know them. They're your clientele. They're like your family at that
They
point.
are.
That is so outrageous. I love it. It's fun. I love it. Community. It's all about that. Have you ever met somebody at the car wash who was a client who actually ended up being a friend?
Oh, so many. I have met so many people at the car wash, and I can't even tell you how many people I've met at the car wash. Mostly everybody I know in Sedona. And sometimes I don't know people's names, but I know them so well. And I usually know their license plate number. And I'll see them in the grocery store, and I'll say, hi, how are you doing? They say, oh, Debbie, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. And I say, I have no idea what their name is, but their license plate is XYZ 1234.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so funny. That is so, of course.
They're so lovely, they're so lovely. And we have great clients. We have I
lovely.
could use about 100 more, to tell you the truth.
Right?
That would be good. That would
Now,
be good.
I know you've got something really special going on. We did talk about it in July, but here we are in August, and it's happening right now.
Oh, yeah, this is really special. So every August, we do this month to show our appreciation for our first responders.
Yeah.
Now, with that big fire and everything that happened, that was so crazy and awful, and all the responders that not only in this area that came out in droves, but other ones from far away. So this month, for our appreciation for first responders, is any first responder or their family member can bring their car in, and we will give them a free Supreme Graphene car wash, which is our best car wash in the tunnel.
That's wonderful. What does that one cost, by the way? Just what's the value?
$25.
Okay, so that's the real big one.
That's the real big one, yeah.
Right. Well, this is wonderful. And wow, I don't know, for those of you listening, and if you're not residing in Sedona or the Verde Valley, you would know, maybe from the news you would know, we had an enormous fire 7 miles outside of Sedona, and it pretty much devastated all the business here. People were not coming. And it was the pocket fire, and I heard something like $60 million it cost to put that fire out. They were here for weeks.
Yes.
They set up camp. There were 1,200 first responders here.
Right.
Teams, staffs of people.
Right.
It was outrageous. I was so grateful to these wonderful human beings. So there you go.
Well, as a matter of fact, the reason you got me here right this at the time, because we weren't receiving enough first responders coming in taking advantage of this opportunity.
They probably don't, they don't know about it.
It's in the paper, it's up on the big screen, it's every place I can think of to go. But what I did is I took posters and little cards that I made up today.
Good for
I
you.
went to the ER, I went to that whole medical center there, I went to the police station, I passed them out. I said, look, I know you guys are all so busy that you might not be able to get this done in August. So I've told my crew, anybody who comes in with one of these cars or says, look, I'm a first responder, but I've been, running all these shifts, honor it. Give them their free Supreme Graphene.
That's wonderful.
Let's take care of them. They take care of us.
You know what? You are an angel on earth. And I don't say that lightly. You are so involved in philanthropy, with all the things that you give, not only services from the car wash, but all the different organizations that you're giving back to. I know I see you at the Verde Valley Caregivers Gala, which is their big fundraiser, and you are very generous there and other places. And you know what? It just takes a special person to be able to share what they're making financially. Plus, you're a generous individual with other things. You had the dancers there, remember?
Oh, yes, they're so cute.
They're so adorable. I stopped by. I made my contribution.
Oh, good. They're doing a gala in Prescott themselves. They're putting on a show. It's going to be so wonderful.
Those little girls are so cute.
They're
they're
precious.
just,
They're precious.
different ages. And what was the group again, I want to say? Was the Sedona?
I think it was.
Trying to remember Yavapai something. It's terrible that I don't.
I can't remember.
Neither of
either.
us can remember, but they were.
But they were precious.
They were wonderful. They were all dressed up, and they were working getting people in and paying. I think it was like you could make a donation, right?
Right.
And then go get your car washed.
And we donated all the sales to them that day.
It was wonderful, and they were out there working it. And
Yes.
it was just delightful.
It was a pleasure to have them.
It was on a Sunday, if I remember right.
It was on a Sunday.
Yeah,
because we're
usually
normally
closed.
closed on Sunday, but
Yeah.
we did this on Sunday, so it would be just them. And
wonderful.
All the proceeds went to their foundation.
This is what I'm talking about. It's also giving of your time and talents and what your service is. That's being a philanthropist. That is. It's not just about giving cash. That's always wonderful. It's also your services and your time and talents. And so thank you for that. You're always doing this.
We live in a very, very beautiful and generous place.
We do.
And the people who are here are wonderful, wonderful people. And so we get to participate with them in their wonderfulness.
Exactly. I mean, no, it's just it's terrific, and I just think you're amazing. So now another crazy story about the car wash. I want to tell you something. If you could see Debbie right now, I'm working on this, you guys. I really am. I'm working on getting some video with these podcasts. You have a knife on your belt. And tell us about what that is. I went, oh, you're armed and ready.
Well, it's not really such a big deal, but people do say, why are you wearing a knife?
Yeah, because we immediately think, whoa, is there a problem out there?
It's only a problem if people are careless. If someone gets, too close to the vacuums, or they put the vacuum up next to their head and it starts pulling their hair out or something.
Jeez.
I could easily take a knife out and stab that hose and break the pull.
Have you ever had to do that?
I have done that once,
Oh.
but we've also disconnected the hoses. But it takes a few minutes to disconnect,
and you don't have that kind of time.
and you don't always have that kind of time. So you got to do something really quick.
Yeah.
And even when you're in the tunnel or in the equipment room, something goes wrong. You can always punch a hose or something with a knife and break the connection faster than you can run to the other end and pull the plug.
No, I know. That's the thing is when stuff happens, it happens fast, doesn't it?
It does.
It kind of takes you back because you don't have that luxury of time,
right?
As you say. So, wow. So another crazy story because we're getting on. I can't believe it. Time just runs past us when we're doing this. I go, we're almost out of time. So give us another outrageous
I'll
story.
tell you an outrageous story about an employee.
Okay.
We had this employee who had a habit of being very tardy.
Tardy? Okay.
And I would ask, and it got to where when she would come in, all the other employees would gather around because we all wanted to hear the story. So one of her stories was that, and she had 4 children, 4 different dads, trying to make a living. And so I said, well, why were you so late today? And she said, well, you guys don't know this about me, but I'm a Navy SEAL. And I said, you are?
What?
She said, yes. And last night they brought a helicopter down at my house and took me out. And they took me out into the Pacific Ocean and dropped me out. And I had to swim to shore. And when I got to shore, they had this big ceremony for me. And they gave me a Purple Heart. And I said, no kidding. Well, congratulations.
Oh, my gosh. Was it true?
Of course not.
Of course not. I'm like, wow, that just sounds a little, yeah.
But you can see, we all waited to hear her next story.
Oh, my. And she literally would tell these stories thinking that you believed all
One
of
day
this.
she came in and said, so what happened today? She says, well, I was on my way in and I just wasn't feeling very well. So I stopped off at the emergency room and they told me I had cancer and they gave me a hysterectomy. I said,
come
really?
on.
Really? They did a hysterectomy today? And she said, yes. I said, well, how do you feel? She says, I feel great. I said, did they say you could come back to work? She said, yes, they said I could do anything I want to now. I'm cured.
Oh, my God. Okay. So how does a person keep a straight face?
It's really hard.
It really
It's
is like,
really hard.
you're like, am I buying this? I don't think so.
I mean,
don't think
you
so.
could run a sitcom at the car wash. The things that come in, things that people bring in. I mean,
People bring in things.
oh my gosh, we had a lady drove down from Montana, okay, moving to Sedona.
Okay.
And she had all of her belongings, including her falcon, in the car.
A falcon?
And the falcon was loose, not in a
No.
cage.
No way.
And she comes in and she wants us to clean her car.
Oh my God. Was she going to take the falcon out, right? I mean,
yeah, she'd taken her falcon and her, clothing or whatever out, but the car was destroyed. And I said, I'm sorry, that's way too much hazardous material for us. We can't do that.
Who does that? Keeps a falcon in the car.
You see the craziest things.
Okay.
You really
All
do.
right. We've run out of time, but I tell you what, I want you to come. Of course, you're coming back.
Okay.
Because you get to come back. This is the thing about being a sponsor. You get to have an interview once a month and you're back. And by the way, I do want to mention this. I want to thank you not only for being a sponsor here, but also being a sponsor for the In the Living Room music series, because you're the presenting sponsor there.
Oh, cool.
You get your big sign on the screen, and oh yeah, it's good. I love it. Thank you so much for supporting local musicians.
You bet.
You know,
bet.
and all of this. And you got to come back now, because
Okay.
we'll look at September. You'll come back and tell us more crazy stories. I bet you have a lot more.
We might do that.
Okay. Sounds good. Debbie Johnson, owner of Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash. When you want your car to look phenomenal, make sure you get on over there to Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash in West Sedona. Thanks, Debbie, for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, stay with me. I'll be right back. You can taste it in every bite. For over 30 years, Chef Lisa Dahl has redefined what it means to dine in Sedona, serving soulful and handcrafted cuisine inspired by love, artistry, and community. From the original little kitchen at Dahl and DeLuca to the majestic spirit of Mariposa to the couture flair of Butterfly Burger, every experience is elevated, every ingredient intentional. In every dish, you experience Lisa's lifelong mantra, when you cook, you feed the soul. To learn more about Lisa Dahl and the Dahl restaurants, please visit cheflisadahl.com.
When your project demands precision, experience, and trust, turn to Sefton Engineering Consultants. From expert civil engineers to construction management, we deliver real-world solutions that stand the test of time. With over 30 years in the business, Luke Sefton's team is committed to getting your project done right, on time, and on budget. Sefton Engineering Consultants. Reliable, experienced, personal. Learn more at seftonengineeringconsultants.com.
Here's more of Backstage Pass with Chandra, brought to you by Chef Lisa Dahl.
My next guest is, I love this guy. I love this man. He's awesome. He's Australian. How can you not love an Australian? That gorgeous accent. Plus, he's gorgeous. But, his husband knows that, too. Everybody in this town knows it. Glen Baker. Thank you, Glen, for being here. You are a creative. You're a dynamo. And I think you come here from Los Angeles, don't you?
No, not really.
Really?
No.
Where did I get that?
I don't know. Maybe it's that look about me, Maybe I have an LA look.
You have an
LA
look.
I'm actually from Western Australia.
Yes.
I was born in London. My parents are from South India, so I'm actually Anglo-Indian.
That's
that's
this beautiful
where I get the
look
colour.
that you have. Gorgeous look. Yeah. And I mean, you're stunning. And your photography. How did you get into photography? Tell us a little bit about it.
So, I started off in New York doing just amateur photography. I did a course in New York City. I started to take photos of architectural buildings. And in London, in New Zealand, in Sydney, all over the place. Absolutely loved it. San Francisco, all the iconic structural buildings. And then, I just felt that I could do more with my photography. And, photography actually is not really my passion. It's a side thing. Like, I love it. I worked along with an amazing photographer, Carrie Zeller, who lives in Sedona. And we're kind of just doing our own thing now. But I do love photography, but it's not exactly where I'm heading, the direction I'm heading in.
Right, but when you were in New York, were you doing photography?
Yes, I was doing photography, but, not a lot. It wasn't commercial. It was just doing photography just for myself.
What were you doing out there?
In New York?
Yes.
So how did I get to New York from Australia?
Good question.
This is how it all started. So I was married to a woman for 21 years, and most of our life was spent in Perth, Western Australia. Her name's Caroline, amazing, beautiful soul. She's still my kindred spirit. We are best friends. Guess what? We haven't been together for years, but we talk every week. We have the best relationship. She's so supporting, and she loves and adores Adam.
Wonderful.
I couldn't ask for a better best friend than my ex-wife. Isn't that amazing?
I love that.
Yeah. So I got married in Perth. She's born in India. Both of our parents are from India, actually.
Beautiful.
I was born in London, in Finchley, in North London. And then when I was not even 12 months old, I moved to Perth. And I moved over with my mother, my father, and my brother on a boat for £15 on an immigration program.
Oh, my goodness.
And we arrived in Fremantle, which is the port in Western Australia. So I grew up in Perth, I studied in Perth, and then I met Caroline, my wife at the time. And we started dating when I was 19, and we got married when I was 21 years old, and we stayed together for 21 years.
Was this difficult? I mean, did you know that you knew at that time?
Oh, yes.
That you liked, you weren't really crazy about women, right? That in that way, the chemistry of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of childhood experiences to definitely realize that I was different. How you define that, when you're 12, 13, 14, you're still discovering who you are,
Absolutely.
right? And I was in a small town back in the day that was, I would have to say, very homophobic. We weren't a big city. Perth is one of the most isolated cities in the world. So you can imagine, as a young boy, you don't want to come out.
No, and people were not, I got to say, the 70s. Okay, I remember the 70s. I was a young teen in the 70s. Okay, and I graduated in the late part of the 70s. So here's the deal. It was not something that people were literally coming out. And then once the 80s hit, 84, 85 with AIDS and everything, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I was talking to Glenn Scarpelli about this on a show. And I was doing my own shows in Vegas and Reno at the time. And that was in my early 20s. And I remember when this came out, and it was like, whoa. Yeah. It was scary in this way. I felt so scared for people. I felt bad for any of my friends who were gay. And it was a lot of fear. Mine, I wasn't afraid about AIDS. I was afraid for my friends because there was a lot of ostracizing. People just felt really
just so from my perspective. So in Australia, Sydney copped it a lot. Our gay community was in Sydney on the East Coast. I was living in Perth. It's a 6-hour flight from Perth to Sydney. It's literally night and day. It was a big city. That's where our community gathered, and we were kind of isolated from it all. But this is the thing. My parents brought me up as a born-again Pentecostal Christian.
Oh.
So add the fear-based doctrine and religion to me being my true authentic self, getting married to a woman at an early age, thinking that this would be probably the best thing for me, for my own safety. However, I was still very much in love and attracted to my wife at the time, Caroline. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous woman. We had an amazing relationship. Yeah. But deep down inside, to be honest, if I was to be really true and authentic, I already knew at the time that I was different, but I didn't have a choice, Chandra. What choice did I have but, hey, get married, have a family, work in the construction industry and just get on with my life. And guess what? I was praying every day that this would go away. And I know most men that I've spoken to have experienced religion as a form of fear, that we prayed our way hoping that God would hear us, change us, and that we wouldn't go to hell. That was how I lived. I lived in fear for most of my 20s. And the other thing is being caught, living a double life. It was exhausting. But at the same time, I was caught with this absolute love for my wife at the time. I mean, what an amazing gift for me to have had 21 years with her and still have a relationship with her today.
Beautiful.
And her supporting my relationship with Adam. I mean, what an amazing woman. I know she's coming to Sedona maybe next year.
Oh,
and I would love for you to meet her.
I would love to meet her.
Yeah. So, there's a lot going on there in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we moved to New Zealand with my work. I was in corporate retail and retail design, retail construction, implement manager for a massive retail giant back in the 80s. And then I moved into construction. Like, hey, a gay guy in construction, but I want to share this with you real quick. Towards the end of my marriage, I decided that it was time to come out and be honest with my wife. And I think my wife already knew. You know how she already knew? She would ask me to say, hey, honey, take me shopping. I need a pair of shoes. What colors should I be wearing? How do you think I should wear my hair? Does this lipstick go well? So I think we already had a common understanding that this is just what we lived with. But we couldn't see us living apart. But this is the thing. I decided in 2007, if I was going to come out, I was going to prove to Australia that I was as masculine as I could possibly be. So I entered the World Fitness Federation bodybuilding title holder, and I won First Division Class 3.
Wow.
Mr. Athletic, Mr. Australia 2007, and immediately after that, I came out. But you know why I did that? Because I thought if I came out with that bodybuilding title, people would still respect me as a gay man.
What happened?
When I came out?
When you came out, what happened?
It was the most frightening experience because of the life I was living. And it wasn't that I wasn't unsure. Look at the lie that I was living for so long.
Oh, I understand. This has got to be tough. Now, here's my question. This is a huge moment for you, for anybody doing this. I have so much respect for you and anyone who does this. And you've got it in your mind, like everyone's going to think I've been lying this whole time. And are they going to understand and have compassion? Or are they going to shun me completely? And what did happen?
So the fear was, what's going to happen to the relationship with my wife?
Right.
That was the first thing. What were my parents going to think? What was the church going to think? And what was my career going to do?
And
what was the company going to do?
So what happened?
Well, I decided to leave Perth, Western Australia, and start a whole new life. I couldn't be in Western Australia.
So did you come out when you were in Perth?
Yes, I did.
And what was the reaction?
It wasn't a great experience. It was traumatic for me.
Sorry.
My father didn't take it very well. My family didn't take it very well. They were all practicing Christians, and I respect them for their faith.
Yes.
But they weren't very supporting at the time. And I felt isolated in Perth. I felt lonely. There wasn't a strong gay community in Western Australia. So I moved to Sydney.
And things were different. Big city.
Things were different. I came out to the world then. And I said to my family, I'm leaving. I don't feel safe here. I don't feel supported here. And
Good for you.
I lost communication with my family for almost 10 years.
Wow. Sometimes you just have to take a break.
Yes.
And this was one of those moments for you.
Yeah, and that's where Sydney opened up a lot of opportunities for me. I still worked in construction and in design. And then a friend of mine said, I think it's time you went to San Francisco. And I was kind of into the leather scene at the time. And they said, hey, I know a really great party you need to go to. If that's what you're into, Glenn, one of my amazing friends, Alan, said, you need to go to Folsom. So I went to Folsom 2009, and that's where I met my first husband. Within about 3 months, I packed up Sydney and I moved to New York, and I stayed with my my first husband.
Amazing.
That's how I got to New York.
What a shift.
Right?
Now, when did you move to Sedona?
Okay, so from New York, I went to Boston.
Okay.
Still did design and construction. And then in 2018, I came to Sedona.
2018, you're a newbie.
Yeah. 2018, I'd come to Sedona.
Okay.
And
not really a newbie. 8 years here.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
You've earned your stripes.
yeah, and I dated a few guys. I love Sedona. I love the energy. I felt safe. You know what? I didn't think I'd find anybody to live the rest of my life with here in Sedona.
This is a very interesting story, and I know about it, you guys. And really, I'm going to tell you something. Glenn is. Can I talk about like you're not here? I'm just going to say.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
You're a loving, light, energetic individual. You see the beauty and the blessings in everything, and it's because of what you've been through. And may I just say, everybody, Glenn's been through some stuff, just like a lot of you.
Yeah.
And me too. We've all gone through things, and it's kind of carved us out, hasn't it, into who we are now. And I want to get to this because I know we don't have a whole bunch of time, and I want to make sure that we get this. You are now the president of Sedona Pride.
Correct. Yeah, just officially as of August the 1st.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a great honor. I'm humbled, actually, that the board elected me.
You're perfect.
And, this is the
perfect for
thing,
this.
Chandra. With what I've been through and what I've just recently shared, I think about those going through the same experience that
Yes.
I'm going through. Now, I know we live in a different world, okay? 40 years has passed since, this all happened. And it's so different than the 70s and 80s today. But this is the thing that I'm seeing, is that with the world that we're currently living in, is that a lot of young people are living in fear. We've lost the connection. We've
Yes.
lost community. We've lost
Generally.
We've lost the ability to socialize. Gone are the days where you can go and meet a friend, or a possible future partner at a bar, because everything is online. Everything is social media, and there's nothing wrong with social media. It has its advantages, but I really believe in bringing the community back together, like in the physical, not online, not in any other form, but we need to be together. We need to stay together, work together, play together, and live together in a sense that it will just make our community much stronger. And I'm always about not just our community, including our allies. I'm a person that sees every heart, every soul, and I say all inclusive. And I'm talking allies here. I'm talking not just the LGBTQIA community, but people of color, our Indigenous people. I want our community to get together. And I think that's the reason why I'm in Sedona. And this opportunity to be the president of Sedona Pride is just another opportunity for me to expand on that. And I love to see people happy. I want to see young people come out of their shell, get off their computers, and
Yes.
come and meet socially.
That's right. That's right. Just meet.
It doesn't matter, just me. And creating safe spaces, we live in the most amazing city in the
We
world.
do.
Look at the opportunities for hiking, biking, camping, outdoor events, pickleball, sports. I could name 100 more, but how do we be creative in a way that we can be all inclusive for our community? But this is my heart. I want to tell you in like one quick second here, is I really feel strongly that community is so important to me today, especially in our ever-changing world. And what can we do to support those who don't feel supported?
Yes.
The younger generation who do not have a voice, who feel they cannot be seen or heard or loved. That's where my heart is. It's like, what are we doing for those people? Okay, we've lived life. Okay, I'm going to be 60 next year. But these young people,
They're just starting.
they are in just
And
as much
living
fear.
they're living in a different world than you and I
Absolutely,
grew up
yeah.
in. And so, no, I totally hear you. That's why High School Detention, the musical, is about being heard and seen through conflict resolution skills, teaching kids how to have a conversation, and to also to honor each other's differences.
Diversity.
Very important to honor each other and how different we are, and to see how we can grow together, learning from each other and our differences.
Well, you know, Chandra, I absolutely thank you from the bottom of my heart that you came to one of our dance parties this year that I held.
Yes. May I just say that? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I went with my very dear friend, Al Camello. I'm calling you out, baby. Al and I go to Glenn and Adam's party. And it is, I know, as I am walking up the stairs to this outrageous party, I'm like, where am I? I think I'm back in New York.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was, I'm going to say this. For those of you who invited me to your parties, I love your parties. Okay? I just want to make sure you understand that, because what I'm about to say will be shocking. This was the best party I have ever been to in years and years and years and years and years. It was phenomenal.
The energy was amazing.
It was incredible.
We had the perfect sunset.
Nobody was drinking either.
Well, we allowed people to drink.
A little bit, but
we
nobody.
allowed people to drink.
I'm going to tell you something. This was a high from dancing, and oh baby, you came out.
The music.
You made a great entrance.
And a plug for Rafi, one of the best DJs in town.
Wonderful.
And
it was just the community. I saw so many people that I know and love, and it was just so much fun. I had a blast.
We had about 165 people at that event. And when you look around, we had the entire community coming together, respecting one another, appreciating everyone for however they turned up.
That's right.
However they showed up.
It didn't matter.
It wasn't even an issue. It was like, we're together. This is an amazing event. And guess what? The common language of this universe is it's love, and that's what it was about. It was bringing people together and saying, you are just as important as anybody else, and have fun and come as you are.
It was wonderful. I loved this party. It was fantastic. Thank you for having that party. Are you going to have more?
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably not. I don't know. It's probably not going to be at my home because it's getting huge. Yeah. But we are looking at organising an event off premise. So
good.
Having our own premise
please
and venue.
Send me an invite, please.
Absolutely.
Please.
I wanted to touch quickly on the whole alcohol thing.
Yes.
Because
this is another thing. People don't realize this. You know, it's true. You said something about. Did you say this to me? People don't realize what we're going through. You know, they see us happy, especially on social media, and I really want to address this. They see us smiling and enjoying, and we're at a party, and you're like thinking, you're looking at this. A friend of mine once said to me, you know, Chandra, you have the blessed life. You're always so happy and upbeat. So many wonderful things are happening for you. And I was like, girl, you don't know the truth, because we're all having lives where life is messy. It's not easy, and your life has not been all that easy.
No, it's been a challenge, and you know, I don't regret, Chandra, anything I've been through, because I personally believe that we go through life for a reason. You know, we take our experiences and we look at the good in our experiences, and for a lot of people in the community, they know that I'm actually in recovery.
Yes.
And I've been in recovery for 7 years from a serious drug addiction. Now, it's funny how you said, like, I believe people should live their own lives, but I'm very transparent and open about my recovery. I can still have an amazing, fun, fantastic time, be who I am, be Glenn, be Glenda, dress as a woman, walk around in heels, be whoever I want to be, and I can do it sober.
Yeah, by the way, you were gorgeous.
Thank you.
You made the grand entrance, and my jaw dropped open. It was like, oh my God. It was like, wow.
And for some of those people who didn't get a chance to go to the pink party, which was what the event was, there's lots of photos on Facebook.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, those gams you got.
But Chandra, just because I'm in recovery doesn't mean to say I can't enjoy the fullest, most amazing life that I have today, married to the most amazing husband
and I
who's
wanna get into that
supporting
too.
of my recovery too.
Yeah, there's like so much to cover, and we're going to have you back soon because this is ending quickly. Listen, I want to mention that Glen is very much involved in working with those who are incarcerated for drug addiction.
Yes.
And I have to commend you for this. I just think you're awesome in doing this. You are doing a lot of that work, aren't you?
Yeah. So I've been working in correctional facilities for about 3 years. I started with Narcotics Anonymous. I was involved with MRT, which is another program that we offer people who are incarcerated. And then a part of my recovery, which is Recovery Dharma, I moved from kind of like 12-step programs into more of a prayer meditative practice. And as we know, Buddhism is a practice.
Yes, it is.
And recovery
Is a practice.
is a practice.
It is.
And I don't label myself, Chandra, today as an addict or alcoholic. People say, hey, Glen, I heard you're in recovery. I said, yeah, I'm a grateful, beautiful human being in recovery. And so I just wanted to share that my recovery program that I'm in now, which is Recovery Dharma, and if anyone wants to have a look it up, it's recoverydharma.org.
Yeah, thank you, because I was going to ask you.
Yeah, it's phenomenal because
Wonderful.
it's not just about the substance. It's about your life and the quality of your life, loving kindness, compassion for the world, which ties into my role as president for Sedona Pride.
No, I'm so excited about this because I think you're going to be a wonderful leader in this. You are a
Thank you.
leader in our community. I think you've just scratched the surface of the good that you're going to be bringing into this community. And I'm so thrilled. That's why I wanted you here. So thrilled to know that you're president, because you're going to help so many people. You're
Yeah.
going to help people through things that you went through, and you didn't have anybody. You had your wife, your former wife.
Yeah.
But that was in a different time, and we're living
Yeah.
in a scary time right now.
Yeah, we are.
There's a lot. I mean, everyone feels isolated. There isn't really anybody that I know that doesn't at least feel that they can't have an open conversation.
Right, without being persecuted
That's
or
right.
threatened.
And we're
Right.
not just talking about your sexuality. We're not talking about that at all. I'm talking about politics, your opinions about life, your religion, your lack of religion, being a woman, being gay, being lesbian. It doesn't matter. It's all on the table. Everybody's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No one's having conversations.
And
so
you know-
we start the conversations again.
Yeah, to summarize that and what you're talking about, I've had to juggle a lot in my life, and I have certainly had my fair share of persecution as an openly gay married
sure.
man.
Yeah.
And, from my family, from the church, and all sorts of, threats. And it's been very difficult. But this is where I'm at, Chandra, is that in my practice, as someone who's leading an amazing non-profit that has just been established for such a long time, and what an honor, is that I have to come back to my own heart practice. And that is, what is the most loving, kindness, and compassionate way to connect with our community? And that's the recovery community. I also go to the Sedona United Methodist Church, which is just
Reverend
so,
Elizabeth. I love her.
Oh my gosh. I hadn't been to church for over 20 years. And when
She's
I got to
wonderful.
know Elizabeth, I felt welcome. I felt warm. I felt comfortable. I felt safe. So that it's kind of, everything's lining up for me. All the stars are lining up for me.
I was just going to say, it's
right
beautiful.
here.
I love it.
Yeah. And I love the fact that I have the most supporting husband.
Yes,
I wanted
Adam's
to tell you,
great.
Adam was also married for 20 plus years as well.
Wow. Well, I don't want to do this, but we've run out of time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could talk to you forever. I think you're so incredible. You're such a wonderful person. Thank you for all that you're doing, how you show up in the world, how
Thank
you
you.
show up in our community in Sedona. When you see, I almost called you Adam. When you see Glen Baker just moving around Sedona, walk up to him and say thank you. Thank you for all that you do. And I know I'm going to see a lot more of you, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and I just want to thank you, Chandra, for inviting me on this show. And you also are inspiring. I see you at the gym. I see you on social media. I see you at events. And I went, I don't know where you get your energy from. That's kind of the first thing I think. It's like, wow. Yeah. You know where I get my energy from? Keep loving the community.
Yes. Serve.
Forgive those who don't understand. Connect, communicate, educate, and bring our community together, because we need to be informed. We need to be educated. We need to understand everybody has a purpose and a place in life, and everyone needs to be loved and seen and heard. And that's where my heart is. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank
Great
you.
way to end this segment. And thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Glen
you again.
Baker. Remember, SedonaPride.org. You guys stay with me. I'll be right back.
You've explored the trails, stood in awe of the red rocks. Now discover how Sedona became Sedona. The Sedona Heritage Museum tells the story of Red Rock country, from ancient cultures to today's vibrant community. It's interactive, family-friendly, and open year-round, indoors and out. Sedona Heritage Museum, preserving and sharing the soul of Red Rock country. Plan your visit at sedonamuseum.org or call 928-282-7038.
Take a deep breath and let it go. At Sedona's New Day Spa, your escape begins the moment you arrive. Enjoy luxurious massages, rejuvenating facials, and native-inspired body treatments. Every moment is designed to restore balance and renew your spirit. Voted Sedona's Best Day Spa, this is more than self-care. It's your sanctuary. Book your experience today at SedonaNewDaySpa.com or call 928-282-7502.
Need a clean car fast? Come to Cleaner Quicker Car Wash. We'll have you sparkling and back on the road in minutes. Whether you're after a quick shine or a deep clean, you'll get top quality service, eco-friendly soaps, and smiles all around. Drive up, shine up, and feel good, all without slowing down your day. And look like a star in your car. Located in West Sedona on Highway 89A. For more information, visit cleanerquickercarwash.com.
Here's more of Backstage Pass with Chandra, brought to you by Chef Lisa Dahl.
This was such a fun show today. I mean, every time I do this, I am always absolutely enamored with my guests. Look, you hear that? You know what that means. It's time for my shameless Chandra spot. I've got to tell you, for those of you who have not seen it, Dead Quilters is coming back. That's right. I've got to tell you about this. It used to be called the Dead Quilters Society. Now we're calling it Dead Quilters, the musical. And for those of you who are wondering for the very first time hearing about this musical, no, it is not about quilting. Now, first of all, I got to tell you, very important. From the beginning, if you've been following us, okay, you probably caught it maybe 2 years ago in the Apple Shed at the Sedona Heritage Museum. Great place. You got to go there. But here's the deal. It is now a 2-act production as of last November. That's right. We've actually done 5 performance runs of the show, and each one seems to be different. We have been workshopping it with audiences, talking to producers and directors, taking lots of notes. Dev wrote more material. It is now a 2-act production. We did premiere that last November, and guess what? It's different even still. That's right. We have completely transformed the experience for this upcoming run, which happens to be October 9th, 10th, and 11th at the Mary Fisher Theater of the Sedona International Film Festival. That's right. Every show starts at 4 p.m. You can get your tickets. They're on sale right now at sedonafilmfestival.com. I've written a new song as of a week ago. So now there are 12 songs in our musical. The ending is completely different. So if you've seen the show, even last November with the 2-act, or maybe you saw it from the very beginning, maybe you've seen it a few times, or maybe you haven't seen it at all. Here is your golden opportunity to see it yet again, or maybe for the very first time. And again, it's October 9th, 10th, and 11th, 4 p.m., showing at the Mary Fisher Theater. You can get your tickets now at SedonaFilmFestival.com. Well, I trust that you enjoyed the show as much as I did. I love my guests. It's always so much fun. I want to thank my sponsors, the Sedona Heritage Museum right off Jordan Road. Those of you visiting, or if you're residing here and you've never been there, Sedona Heritage Museum. Got to go. Sefton Engineering, when you want a civil engineer. Got a great crew over there. Make sure you go to Sefton Engineering. Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash, when you want your car sparkling clean and beautifully detailed. Sedona New Day Spa, when you need a massage, want to treat yourself to something special. They are fabulous. Also, Sedona.biz, when you really want all the news of the day. Just go online to Sedona.biz. And I'd love to thank my presenting sponsor, the Dahl Restaurant Group, and the wonderful, beautiful Chef Lisa Dahl. So talented, with her 6 amazing restaurants here in Sedona. Mariposa, Cucina Rustica, Dahl and DeLuca, Butterfly Burger, 2 Pizza Lisas. Just a wonderful, wonderful chef and great restaurants. And I want to announce for the very first time, there's a new sponsor coming on, and that is Chris Anderson of I Love Sedona Real Estate. Check her out at ilovesedonarealestate.com. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. And next week, get your VIP pass out and get ready to meet more creators, curators, and community leaders. And in the meantime, have fun out there. Enjoy and take care.